What's up, Team Talk fam? It's your host, Miss KK, here with.
Your boy DJ Daddy in the building.
Your girl Anaya.
Your boy Deshaun B.
Your boy Brandon.
The girl Serenity.
Thank you all for tuning into our show. We have a lot of interesting topics lined up today. Before we get started, let's hear some of Miss Nikki's success stories for this week. I can say one of my successes this week is that I recently just started a job about 2 weeks ago, and it's a job at home, which I've been loving because them naps in between them sessions are amazing, those early meetings. But the success that I had this week is that I had a successful meeting with a client all on my own. I didn't have a supervisor there, and we were actually able to get a lot of things done with her business plan. So I was very excited about that. What about you, Deshaun? What success do you have?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, one of my successes this week, I've been given the opportunity to be one of the official hosts on the Morning Wood at Hot 702.5. So I'm really excited about that because, I never had my own morning show. So I know the morning shows are the most important part because it keeps people going and it gets you motivated for your day.
That's awesome. What about you,
Thank
Sarah?
you.
Something I've done is I just started working at a daycare. So, just getting up every morning, it feels good to go back to work, to be honest. I've been feeling so lazy, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah, I get that lazy feeling. I think that's why I like to work as well because when I don't do something for a long time, I do feel very lazy and unproductive. So I'm happy for you, girl.
Yeah,
What
I
about
miss
you?
waking up.
Yeah. What about you,
Coming out of
Brandon?
that quarantine.
So mine's a little bit more simple. Basically, I've been wanting waves for a while, and my hair used to be a lot longer. But this weekend I just made the big chop. I cut it all off. I'd say in about 1 to 2 weeks I'm gonna be waved up soon. That's it. Yeah.
1 to 2 weeks. That's
You
not
got
fast.
it takes some dedication. You gotta,
It does all day, brushing all day, bro.
I
Yes,
commend
sir.
y'all for that because I can't. I be seeing so many guys walking around with
Big
brushes and
brushes.
some water, doing it in their shower.
Keep
That
the
y'all real
brush, the
committed.
grease, everything. You
Yeah,
see, I had to go the dreads way. I had to grow it out. I had to wave still. You see, I had to grow it out.
I feel it, bro. I feel it.
I feel that.
Yes,
What
sir.
about you, Anaya? Do you have any successes for this week?
Yeah, so my success was kind of little, just got up, made my bed, did some well-needed cleaning, just something simple.
No, that's not simple. It takes a lot to get out the bed and want to clean because I
Yeah.
planned on doing that today and I could not do it. So I commend you for that as well. And lastly, we have DJ Day Day. Can you let us know about some of your successes?
Yeah, so I've been, pretty booked, pretty busy. I'm just really proud of myself on, I'm surprised, on how many gigs I've been getting, lately and just been working really hard and just staying focused. So I'm proud of myself on that. So that's my success, just being consistent.
I love that. I know we are all proud of you as well in this Teen Talk
Thank
family.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So, congratulations on your successes. Remember to celebrate even your small successes every day and throughout the week. So, all right, it's time to get the teens talking. Today's show is going to be about the athletic season for high schoolers during the fall season. So, fall semester is arriving, and for most student athletes, they begin training in the last months of summer. Sadly, they're being delayed due to the pandemic. Staying close to the news is important, and the Las Vegas Review Journal has been coming out with a lot of articles concerning the high school and college athletic season. Some of those titles include NIAA moves football, high schools high school football coaches propose later start to season, Durango Fall Classic canceled because of coronavirus, and Spring Valley football player tests positive for coronavirus. All of these articles were published in the month of July. So, Deshaun, how do you feel about the upcoming school season and the athletic program?
I'm glad to see that the program is canceled, but I don't like the benefits of what is happening because of that. I understand that a lot of people are looking for these opportunities to get scholarships and to be utilizing that footage to be applying for schools. So I don't like the fact that college students are affected by the decision, but I do respect the decision because it's keeping people safe.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the hard part because even when I have conversations with people concerning putting on more things for students, it's like I can't argue with the fact that somebody might get infected and the fact that these schools will be liable for that. So it's very hard trying to figure out a medium for them to still hold these games.
Yeah, so are
And
they still doing sports season this year? So it's like, are we gonna be able to go watch a football game, maybe a volleyball game, a basketball? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. See, that's why I had to get my cousin Anaya, who is a senior in high school, who is an athlete. So, Anaya, what can you tell us about the upcoming season and kind of how you're feeling about it?
So for the upcoming season, it does kind of suck because we already were doing like conditioning and practicing and stuff, and they made us stop everything. Like we absolutely cannot go on campus for anything. But yeah, so we're just looking at the spring. All the sports are going to be in the spring. I don't know how they're going to line that up for us, but we can't really have anyone there. It's just going to be, we're going to have to distance and wear a mask. It's going to be different. It's going to be really different for us.
Yeah,
So,
it's going to be different. That new normal. What about you, Brandon? What are your predictions on how sporting events will be held at these high school events?
So I feel like it makes sense because obviously, you don't want to spread the infections and COVID and all that. But then again, it also, I know people who have been working their whole lives and working really hard at their sports, and they're very talented. And this is their last chance this year, like this new season. They're supposed to do really good, and they depend on some scholarships. And now they might not have access to that. My school, I know so far as of now, we pushed our season, all our fall sports to January. And I just hope we can get to play. I think we'll probably be able to play, but like she said, we'll be wearing masks. Yeah.
I feel that because I don't know, spring. Because I know your school, Bishop Gorman. I think was like one of, because I went to Desert Pines High School, and I remember hearing Bishop Gorman because it was big in the football season and like them going at each other. So I can't imagine how Bishop Gorman is handling this, because you guys are honestly known for your athletics, which is a great thing for students. So I wanted to ask you, Serenity, what are you going to miss at these sporting events during the virus season, and why?
Something I'm gonna miss is just like simply just going to the games and obviously cheering with the crowd, watching the players play. And like honestly, my favorite sport is football because I just like how like the tricks they be doing when they make it to touchdown, when they kicking the ball. Like I don't know, it's to me, it's just so much fun to watch, especially when you're with people who know like the game and
What's
stuff
going
like
on?
that. Exactly. And it's to me it's fun, and that's something I'm gonna miss because you're gonna be with each other. They're gonna be talking about 6 feet apart, wear masks. You
We
can't
miss
scream
getting
with a
out the
mask
house.
on.
I
Right.
miss the
You
food.
can't scream with a mask
Yes, we
on.
The
miss getting
food,
out the house.
I'm not gonna lie, the food, there's something about like high school sporting game food. Like the snacks are so different than where you're gonna get them anywhere else. Like I remember trying hot Cheetos, the lime hot Cheetos with cream cheese. One of my friends put me on that, and all of
Cream
a sudden,
cheese.
yes, with cream cheese. It sounds weird, but I'm telling you, it's really good.
They just want it to be different.
See, me,
Listen,
I'm just a hot Cheeto with cheese, like nacho
that
cheese type
too.
of chick. Like that's me.
Hmm.
I like getting that from the games, or simply just like a hot dog. I know, like not a lot of people like hot dogs, but
Has
low key,
anybody
I
ever
like hot
tried
dogs.
the hot Cheetos with the Lucas, the
Oh
Cheeto
yeah,
fries? Oh my God,
I've
that
had
is
that
so delicious.
before. Yeah,
I'm gonna pass.
like I said, it's weird. And I will say
That's
one
weird. It's a
thing.
weird craving, but it's actually really good.
Yeah. And I
Really
would say
good.
one thing that I'm going to be missing about these games is I honestly didn't go to games like that until my senior year, because it's like you had the time for it, and now it's like it's the last time you're going to be seeing your friends, so you want to hit all the games. I'm talking about softball, volleyball, football. Like we went to all of the games, and I'm just going to miss the energy. Like there's a certain energy with like your whole school coming out to support your
Yeah.
fellow students. Like it feels really good. So um even though now I'm in college, I feel like it's important to ask, Anaya, you're a senior. What are you going to be missing about these athletic games?
definitely going to miss the crowd. Like what we already said, they will bring out the big flags and stuff, and everybody's cheering. They're saying your name. When you're serving, you're playing, you get a kill. Like it just made the game so much more fun, and like it made it so engaging. Like that made the game. Like I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
miss it. So
It really
So
is because that's something that really drives an athlete, and people fail to forget that. Like, especially in volleyball, because I played volleyball in high school. And so, like, anytime, you hear your friends calling your name, like, let's go, like, it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
drives you to go harder and harder.
Yeah.
And plus, it's your senior year. So you want to go big and out because you definitely want to get like a top scholarship of like one of your top schools. So
Yeah.
that's
yes.
definitely going to be
So
hard.
what do you guys think about them starting the NBA season with no fans? You're like it with virtual
Um,
fans. That's like so
So weird.
unnormal to me. Like I guess it's the new regular, the new normal, but I just can't get with it. Like
yeah.
it's funny.
Go ahead, Brandon. I know you have something to add to that.
Oh, to what he just said?
Yeah, like how are you feeling about it?
Like honestly, I would have never expected that. Like when we first started hearing about COVID-19 in like March, January, I thought, oh, it's probably gonna wash up in like 3 months, but we're still dealing with it like in the next year. And I just find that so crazy.
I
And yeah,
find that very crazy.
mhm,
I was one of the people who did say that I feel like we are going to start seeing, I feel like maybe not professional sport, sporting people who are in athletics, but I
mhm.
do think for high schoolers that a lot of the athletes gain a lot of energy from the crowd. Like they want to be there. And having that big crowd gone, even if they do start athletics, I do feel like the crowd is not going to be there anymore. I do feel like it's just going to be the teams, the coach, and maybe a film person doing film for these athletes. I do think that their morale and like their energy to play might be gone. I could be
Yes.
wrong, but I
Because you have to remember the crowd is the momentum. The crowd is home court advantage. They get them going. Get the energy going, like you said, and get everybody motivated to win the game. So with no fans, it's like what's the point of even
Exactly.
playing? Kind of. Yeah.
Like
So
go ahead, Brendan.
I feel like yeah, like whenever I'm doing a sport and like my main sport is tennis. So like when we're
Okay.
playing, and if I'm playing specifically and like maybe my friends are watching and they're cheering me on, that's what like motivates me to do better and like or maybe there's like a girl like walking past me or something and I gotta play better or something like that. And like without all that, if there's just nobody, it just makes it the vibe different.
Yeah, I like your honesty though. I really do appreciate your
Yeah.
honesty because some people who are athletes might not come out and say like, I don't know, because I feel like it might feel like practice for them.
Yeah.
And I feel like the crowd kind of elevates the stakes of the game that you are playing because there are people watching.
And you
So
never know who's in the crowd.
exactly. You don't know if a recruiter is in the crowd. You don't know if that girl you've been talking to or that boy you've been talking to
It's
in third
finally
period
watching
is
you.
is finally watching you. Like you are going to get that and everything attached to it. So it's
Exactly.
going to be a really difficult season. Deshaun, when all this stuff is over and let's say CCSD comes out with a plan for athletes, will you be attending these virtual games or even these socially distanced games?
I will. I'll be attending the virtual games. I've been attending everything virtual. I feel like I've been the number one person at everything because it's like I could be anywhere in the world.
you
All
ain't
I
got
gotta
to
do is
go
click the
nowhere,
link.
right?
I do
Just
think
right
for
on the phone.
CCSD they should definitely look at what are different companies and just different procedures that are being taken. I feel like it is a way for school teams to play against each other and the crowd watch it online. We've been able to see a few award shows that way. Why can't the sports be played that way? And that way their students are able to still be seen and play the sport that they love.
But do you think that they're gonna charge? Like, if you think about it, because you know how they charge at
Um,
games. Like, think about it. So they charge at football games, they charge at the basketball games, they charge at the volleyball games. I mean, they don't charge at flag football, but are they gonna
They
start
don't charge.
charging at the game? Like, think about it. Like, I mean,
I think they would start charging, but I feel like it should be more like a membership. If people are paying a certain membership to watch their student play, that's different than you happen to keep paying every time you go see it.
because like if you think about it, so in high school, I don't know if it's the same now, but like back then when I was in high school, if you're an athlete, you had like a family package which your family, got to
mhm.
basically kind of get in for free. And like I wonder if that would be the same thing, because if they're gonna move on to like the watching the games online, what if they just have a big like show at the house, and everybody's just watching you play from the house?
I think I personally feel like they should probably charge, but I feel like they should phrase it to where that money is not going necessarily to the school, but it's going towards the funding of these games still happening. So, I feel like a lot of
Or the
people
athletic
forget.
program.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people forget, like, even to hold these games, they're gonna have these athletes tested before every single game. They're gonna have a medical person present during these games,
An athletic
added on to
trainer.
that, an athletic trainer, and you also have to pay these people like a little fee for putting themselves at risk for still playing, for still
Yeah.
being a part of these games.
Also, what people
Yeah.
don't remember is that when people come to the games, that's also how the team and the school makes all their money. By
Yeah,
selling hot dogs and selling sodas and selling the tickets. So if you're virtual,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be,
Like
you're
it'll be
not
going
gonna
to
be.
like the
Yeah.
football team or going to the basketball team.
mhm,
Yeah, like that's how they make money for their team instead of
yeah.
like always fundraising. That's how they fundraised.
Yeah. So it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to leave you guys with a last question. I'm going to ask a few of you. But Anaya, as a student athlete, I wanted to ask you, how are you and your teammates feeling right now? Because I do know an athlete who is in college right now. And for her, this was going to be her first season actually playing for her college. And she kind of just feels a little disappointed, especially because she has an athletic scholarship, but it's like she's not doing anything with it. So, are you guys having issues with having some faith or having some hope of like how you guys are going to manage during this athletic season?
Well, I mean, it's definitely hard to like look out because you don't know how the numbers are going to be, how what the governor's going to say. So we are a bit
Yeah.
discouraged, but we're always finding an open gym or something, trying to just, keep conditioning, keep practicing. We're constantly talking to our coaches like, hey, what should we do? Can you send us some workouts? We just, if there is a season, we want to be ready, because
I
there's
like
some
that.
clubs that are playing and stuff. And so we just try to find a way to keep active at this point, but there's nothing we can
Right.
really do. Yeah.
Right. Just stay ready. I like that. Stay
Yeah.
ready and prepared and with some hope. How about you, Brandon? Do you know anybody at your school who's dealing with this, or how are you dealing with this specifically? Because you're a tennis player.
Yeah, I'm on varsity tennis, so obviously it's very discouraging that we first off we might not get to play at all, and if we do, it'll be way later throughout the year.
Yeah.
And also my neighbor, he's the quarterback. He was quarterback of Gorman, and he got a full ride to Penn State, and he was supposed to be
Wow.
going this year.
Oh.
Yeah, he was very good, and I would just be so disappointed if I put all that work in, and then the first year he has to do whatever is going on there. So that's
Yes. So Brandon, considering you play tennis and there's only two players, are you guys still allowed to play? Like, since it's only, you guys are on
yeah.
opposite sides of the court, so
That was a big topic because like obviously it's a very different sport than like
Mhm.
basketball or football, and
Less
right, where it's
contact.
contact. Yeah, you're not. I seen
technically,
Venus and Serena Williams playing yesterday, so
yeah, because
it's
technically it
it's
is social distancing. You're like 40 feet away, so I
right.
feel like,
Yeah.
but I think they're treating it the same as like any other sport because I guess it wouldn't be fair technically.
Yeah, I was just about to say that it kind of wouldn't be fair to kind of
Yeah,
let tennis players play, and then you got all these other sports looking at them throughout the window. Like, really? Like,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
it's
I
some
don't.
hate,
But
understandable
the
a
though.
thing
lot
It
of
is,
is
you
hate.
have to think
understandable.
about it.
You
Like
will be
it's
understandable.
tennis.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
only
it's
two players.
tennis. Like for one, it's only tennis, and two, not a lot of people actually like go to like tennis matches anyways. So this is like a little shedding light
Actually,
on like to get more people actually to watch tennis. Because I
True.
know at Silverado, not a lot of people went to the tennis matches in high school. I mean, if you knew people that was on the tennis team, maybe, but like it wasn't bringing big crowds as like football
I think
or
women's tennis
basketball.
is much more popular than men's tennis. Like it draws a bigger crowd, a larger crowd than men's tennis, I believe. But I'm barely
To
learning the
y'all
rules
nails.
and everything,
Yeah.
and
To y'all
it's
nails.
actually kind of interesting. I play myself.
Right. Well, what you had some comments to say tonight that you will be as another, in another sport, you will understand.
Yeah, I mean, like for volleyball, it's six people on one side, six people on the other. You got the line of teammates to sub in and stuff. But like tennis is just like you have your own side of the court. Like it's just you out there, unless you're playing like I think it's doubles or something if there's two of you. But it's like, I would understand for that. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. And I hope this conversation helped a lot of people, and hopefully some athletes are listening and can find some encouragement during this time. Thank you all for tuning into this Teen Talk conversation. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Teen Talk Vegas 881, and also check us out at teentalkvegas.com.